Hello to whoever's watching. This is a video that I have been contemplating for a very long time. I want to speak out on my testimony and maybe it will help someone out there. So, I want to talk about how the devil swayed me after being baptized. You know, when we think about baptism, a lot of us might see it as a completely new life. I thought about it as once you're baptized, God favors you even more. He is going to protect you even more. He's going to completely change your life for the better. There's going to be less hard times and you're protected. You decided to give your life to God and He's going to bless you for it. And He does. But it doesn't change the fact that the devil wants to change your mind. He's constantly trying to tempt you or to destroy your mind, to break your heart and stray you away from God's path. So this is how I fell into the devil's trap, but God saved me. After being baptized, I fell into a lot of the new age practices. So, rewind, before getting baptized, I started to look for ways to escape. So I was sleeping a lot. I was very depressed. I didn't know where my life was going. I had just gone through a breakup. It was a very difficult time for me. I started looking into hypnosis. I felt like anything that could just, in a snap of a finger, put me to sleep was awesome. So I didn't think about the consequences. I didn't think about anything but the fact that I didn't want to deal with my emotions. I didn't want to deal with life. So I started listening to these hypnosis. I would lay down, and certain hypnosis will direct you. So they'll tell you, imagine this or think about this. And I would listen to sometimes hypnosis that were to call my ex towards me or to forget him. I was like constantly battling with myself. It was like I wanted to like go this way and then go this way. So I was like pulling myself apart. And I remember during these hypnosis, when I would astral project, I didn't know that it was astral projection. But now that I know what it is, I know that that's what was going on at that moment. I would astral project and I would always see black figures. So I could see like someone's body, like just the outline of a body, but I could never actually see like a human. I could never see flesh. It was always black. So sometimes the hypnosis would say, think about your soulmate or think about someone that you want in your life. And I could never see anyone's face. I would always see black, and I tried to switch it in my mind, and I tried to like add colors. So I would think about, okay, maybe like it's black, but I'm gonna add some purple and some blue, or some yellow, but it would always go back to black. So I always thought it was odd. I could never see anyone's actual face. I could never see like a human face when I would astral project. So I started doing that. That led to videos of The Secret and like the law of attraction. So I got really into that. It was something very new to me. It was attractive. It was something that I was pulled towards, and I felt like that was the devil like slowly trying to get into my mind. So that led me to God. Being so broken and being so depressed, that's when I started thinking, if I'm at my low, I might as well call on God. If he's out there, if he exists, I need him to help me right now. And I started listening to sermons. I started to seek God, but not through a Bible, not really through his word, but I just wanted someone to come and save me from my pain and my misery. And I started going to church, decided to get baptized, and in getting baptized, I thought that my life would change for the better. I thought that it was suddenly just going to change automatically. I thought that there wasn't going to be as many lows. I thought that all of a sudden, miracles were gonna happen and that everything was going to be okay. But it took a turn. I got baptized, and through all this time, I was still off and on with my ex. We were always attracted to each other. It was mostly physical. It wasn't healthy. I couldn't talk to him really about my emotions. It was just lustful. And now that I look back, I see how contradicting my life was, how I was trying to form a better life, but I didn't want to leave my past. I was obsessed with my past. I didn't even know how to look to the future without looking to the past. So this is when I started to listen to tarot. Because I was so obsessed, I just wanted someone to tell me, yes, your ex wants you back. Yes, your ex is cheating. Yes, you're gonna meet the love of your life. I was obsessed. I loved the drama. I mean, that's as easy as I can explain it. I was obsessed with tarot. I would listen to it every day, all day long. And it destroyed my life. I would still listen to sermons, but I would listen to tarot. I wanted to get closer to God, but I wanted to become, a huge Facebook tarot reader. I wanted to learn all the tricks. I thought it was something so amazing. I thought there was so much power in it, and in a way, I was so down. I was so hurt and abused that I just wanted to feel some kind of control in my life. And I got so curious. I started listening more and more. I started listening to tarot more and more. And I decided I'm gonna get my own tarot cards because I want to do my own readings and I want to learn. So during this time, I'm still off and on with my ex, completely obsessed. I didn't want to let go. No matter how bad things got, I didn't want to let go. I didn't know how. And I feel like the devil used this to his advantage because it brought me so close to tarot to the point where I would just obsessively have the cards with me. Everywhere that I went, I would take my cards with me. I would talk to them. I would touch them. I would spread them like on my face, touch them, like breathe into them, talk to them. And I was shuffling cards all day long. I got to the point where I felt confident in it, and I got the courage to start making my own tarot readings. So that's why I was kind of pushed into YouTube, because I thought, why not? Maybe this is my way out of, I was living just very unsatisfied with my life. I was living day to day. I didn't have a job. I wasn't doing much of anything. So I dedicated my life to every day posting a tarot reading. Mind you, during the tarot readings, I was projecting all of my drama into the reading. So every time it was always talking about leaving the past, not being able to let go, needing to heal, feeling betrayed, talking about someone cheating, talking about someone wanting to come back. It was so toxic. I didn't see tarot for what it truly is. So with tarot, I started to get even more curious. During this time, my ex would travel a lot, so I would be so alone. I would just be left feeling empty. His brother had passed away, and the graveyard where his brother was buried was really close to my house. There was a park going down that street of the cemetery, and I made it a routine. Every single day I would go to his graveyard and just cry and just let it out and talk and just imagine what he would be like, imagine what he would say. I would sometimes in my mind see him. There was a time that I tried to imagine him, and all I could see was fire, screaming, and I couldn't stop going. I couldn't stop grieving. He wasn't my brother. I never met him. I didn't know him. I didn't know the slightest thing about him. All I knew was he was a part of the man that I loved. So I clung to it. I was clinging on to anything that reminded me of my ex. So I would go and visit him every day. I would go to the park every day. I would listen to tarot while walking around in the park. It was my everyday thing. So fast forward, I got into Vampire Diaries. This is a season that I had like already watched. I decided to rewatch it. And because I was so into tarot, watching Vampire Diaries, I started to connect with Bonnie. I think that's her name. She's the witch on the show. And I decided that I'm gonna take pride in who I am. I am a witch, and I practice white magic, so it's not harmful. I told myself that was what I would invoke in my readings. It was just light. It was no darkness. I was naive. I didn't know what I was doing. I got so swayed that I ended up doing a spell on someone. I did a spell because I wanted to see if it worked. I wanted to see what would happen. I wanted to see if, in fact, being a witch or proclaiming to be one, or everything that I had learned at that point was real. I wanted to know. I did the spell and it let out chaos. This is something for maybe another video, but I did that spell, and after that, I felt so bad about it. I wanted to take it back. I didn't know what to do. I made one other spell after that one, and it was when me and my ex got into a huge fight, and he was being so nasty to me. He was sending me all these messages, and I lit up candles around me in like half a circle with salt. I said this prayer that I thought was going to send all the emotions back to him. So everything that he was sending to me, I just wanted to send it back to him. It was crazy because he came back to me even more angry. He had even more rage than before. He was more hurt than what I even knew. I knew in that moment that there was power in that. There was power in my word. There was power in my actions and everything. There was power. And the sad thing is, I didn't know that I wasn't doing it in God's name. I wasn't following God's plan. I had been baptized, but I wasn't on God's path. Fast forward, all my family knew that I did tarot. They seen my videos. I would tell them, I would read their cards if I could. It was something that was known in the family. And I went through so I went through so much. I was living alone in a studio apartment. I was so depressed. I kept on battling with depression nonstop. I would listen to sermons, I would pray. I was trying to live my life right. I was still drinking at the moment. And I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do anymore. I would get so depressed that I would contemplate suicide. And it's so crazy how God will move you. I got moved out of there because there was termites. I left there, went to live with my mom's boyfriend at the time, left there, had to leave to go to my aunt's house, was kicked out of there, no reason at all, left there, went to my mom's, left there, went to live with a friend, had to leave there, went back to my ex, got kicked out twice, got physically abused, thrown out, and I was homeless. I had nowhere to go. I didn't feel like I did anything wrong. During this time, a lot of things were going on around me. I pushed everyone away from me. I started drinking heavily, started drinking every day, and I shut everyone out. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. I didn't know why life was crashing down on everyone around me and why I had to go through all of that. All that moving around just led me to humble myself. After deciding that enough was enough, I got kicked out of my ex's place, left there, and I didn't know where to go. I had everything that I owned in my car. I just wanted to sleep somewhere safe. I went to a hospital and it seemed too small. There wasn't enough cars, so I decided maybe this is not the right place to be. I went to a church and I was so scared. I didn't know how my life had gotten to that point. I heard God telling me, let go of your pride. Speak to your mom. It doesn't matter what happened. You need to let go of that pride and ask for help. I called my mom and she immediately told me to go to her apartment. She gave me the code. She said she would wait for me. I went and there was nowhere for me to sleep. I ended up sleeping in my car. Slowly but surely, God told me, you need to let go of all of your tarot cards, all of your crystals, everything, all the sage, all your journals that have so much hate in them. You need to let him go. I wanted God in my life, and I realized that tarot was breaking my life and the life of my family and everyone apart. It had brought in this darkness, and I don't take full responsibility of my family's issues, but I take responsibility for my own. I decided I'm gonna throw all of this away. I went to the dumpster and I threw everything away. I told God, I'm letting it go. I want you in my life. Create in me a new person. I'm leaving the past behind. I'm leaving my ex behind. I'm leaving all the hurt. I just want to be free. It's crazy because he pushed me to let go of all these ideas, all these like new age practices, the idea of me being a witch, all of it. He told me to just let it go. And then he said, you need to let go of alcohol. This needs to stop now, and you need to let it go for good. I was drinking every single day. Today marks 6 months that I've been sober, and I'm looking forward to living a sober life. God has changed me in so many ways, and it all started with deciding to let go of what didn't serve me. I was blinded for a long time, even after being baptized, even after thinking that my life would suddenly be changed for the better. I thought that the devil couldn't touch me. And God revealed to me that when you get baptized, the devil wants you even more. He's after you. He doesn't want you to leave your past. He doesn't want you to leave your addictions. He doesn't want you to leave the patterns, all these painful cycles that your generation goes through. He doesn't want you to leave them. And I want to encourage you. Ask God if there is anything in your life that you can let go of today. I pray in Jesus' name you will have the strength to do it. This video was something that I had pushed back so much because I even felt guilty coming back to YouTube after putting out so many tarot readings. I had to delete all of them, and this is me coming back fresh, sober, and genuine. I was trying to lead people through my tarot cards to heal, to work through their trauma while I was in an abusive relationship. And for that, God knows that it hurts me, but I'm here to tell you, if you have done any of these practices, whether it's meditation, whether it's astral projection, yoga, whether it's tarot, whether you have dabbled in it yourself or got a reading from someone, the crystals, they're not going to save you. The little charms with the evil eye, they're not gonna save you. God is the only savior, and he is the only way. I hope that this helps someone, whoever it is. I'm just coming to you to tell you that God is ready if you are. May God lighten your path and show you what He has in store for you. The devil will not win. God is above everything. He is above every demon, every devil. He is above everything. And His will is stronger than anything that is coming against us. I love you guys. I love you. Thank you for watching. If you stuck through the end, thank you. I know this is a long and like just blabber, but it has to mean something. I'll make more videos. If you're interested, let me know. My testimony is long, so I just tried to like smush it all in 30 minutes. It's kind of hard, but bye.